What's up, guys? Welcome back. I'm a bit late today, but I was kind of busy, so my bad. Anyways, let's get into it. Thank you for tuning in. Hope everybody's doing fine, and we got some subscribers we should give a shout out to. We got Crypto Wisdom by Haroon, right? Welcome to the show. Hope you find value in it. So let's get into it since I'm a bit late. Let's not waste any time. So the daily candle closed, I think, almost an hour ago now, in like 14 minutes. Okay. It's not doing anything, literally. I mean, since yesterday, since past days, even though we saw like 2 days ago, there was like the market was telling us, price action was telling us the bulls and the bears got this fight going on. Nothing, like it's still like nobody has KO'd the other one. Like it's still going, it's still just there, okay? So we need to at least close still above $17,200 on a daily level, okay? And then we got the next resistance around 17,000 and let's say $600 just to be a bit more conservative, okay? So we got these resistance levels, but like I said yesterday, if we can't even close above $17,200, what do you think the market is telling us? Like, does it tell us the bulls got control? In my opinion, not so much, okay? Literally nothing has changed. When it comes to moving averages or other Western indicators, same. When it comes to the Eastern indicators like this, you can't make anything out of this. Literally, like nothing, okay? Looking at the 4 hourly, there is some, I mean, we still have positive momentum on the MACD, sure, but we got some green candles going on, fine, but like literally there is nothing. And the hidden bearish divergence I was telling you guys about played out, okay? So that's that. Like, I wish I could come here and tell you something else, but there is nothing going on with Bitcoin right now, literally. I mean, there's more action when it comes to some altcoins, and that is because probably, you know, Bitcoin is doing this sideways thing. So that's it. Like, that's literally it. I can't say anything else when it comes to Bitcoin. So let's just move on to the next one. Yesterday was a good stream. Like it was very educational because you guys had some good questions. Okay, chat had some good questions, and you know, when people ask the right questions, then you'll get the right information. Like, okay, not always, depends on who you're talking to or who you're listening to, but I know I started some fire in some people when it comes to TA yesterday, which is the whole point of the stream. And until you know, I get the Patreon going, and or the site, I don't know which one of them, where you guys can be members and, you know, take advantage of courses and, you know, video clips, short clips, where I'm gonna, you know, teach you some things that you see me like doing live, but I don't really, you know, show all my skills here. I'm just showing you some of the skills, and it's at the same time it's gonna be a way for you guys, you know, to support the stream. So I can't wait for that to start, but until then, just get your notepad or get your, you know, books and take notes of what I'm saying, because it's gonna be easier for you guys to follow once you start, taking taking advantage of the information or education I'm gonna be, serving you guys, okay? But I still haven't decided if it's gonna be on Patreon or the site. Still working on it. There's a lot of work that I'm doing just to bring that out to you guys. So we'll see what happens with that. Um, just for fun's sake, let's have a look at the hourly, okay? Well, not for fun's sake, but people who are looking, into short-term paper trade, um, then I think the hourly is the one for you. Like the hourly chart is the one that we should be looking at then. So looking at this, like we do have some support around 16,450, 16,000 like 500 areas, okay? We break that, we're still around support, but if we break that, then you should be a bit cautious probably. We are building some positive momentum on the hourly. Our side trying to, like, it is above neutral. We might be heading to bullish territories, like we'll see. But for hourly, literally not much I can say. Like it's very boring right now. Okay, when it comes to Bitcoin, we could see it come back all the way to 17,000-ish areas, but it doesn't really mean much if you can't even break above 17,200, at least on a 4 hourly. Okay, so that's Bitcoin. We could meet some resistance, close to this moving average as well, the short-term moving average. Looking at my other screen, there is one good thing I can leave you guys with, okay? Looks like short-term moving average is trying to cross over the midterm. Like right now, they're just stable. Both of them are pretty stable, but it looks like it wants to cross over it. But we'll see where it ends up. Like at least let's see how the next 4 hourly candle is gonna close. Okay, well, not next, this one is gonna close, so we'll see what happens with the next one. Okay, let's have a look at Ethereum. I didn't have the chance to do a lot of altcoins yesterday because, like I said, chat had some good questions, so we were stuck. Well, I was stuck, trying to explain some things. Ethereum daily, pretty much the same like Bitcoin. We are losing negative momentum on the MACD. It is getting weaker, but nothing else except that. Okay, we do still have resistance around $1,298, $1,300 around these levels. Major one would be still for us, to go a bit higher, just a bit higher, would be around 1,330-ish, around these levels on a daily, that is. I think it's pretty much the same on the 4 hourly. Like I'll be just repeating things if I keep on going like this because we already went through this. You guys can just have a look at the last stream, which is yesterday's, recent stream, and you'll get what I'm talking about. So yeah, not much going on at all. Let's have a look at some other altcoins that I haven't seen. Solana yesterday. I don't think I did, but we can have a look at it now. Okay, Solana, still struggling. Like, by the way things are looking for Solana, like, this is not looking good. In general, this type of price action is really not, telling you something positive, okay? Let me look at the, moving averages on the other screen with settings that most people use. Yeah, looks like midterm is trying to get below the short term, which is good. Okay, which is good. If that happens, I just see that it's like the midterm is trying to curl below the short term, which would be good. And the other good thing is that the price action is holding above the short-term moving average, okay? So that's another good thing. We still have positive momentum on the MACD, yes, but we are already showing some type of hidden bearish divergence on like one of the oscillators. Like really, if we can't get above, let's say 14.9 to $15, okay, around 15.1, close above it. Let's be a bit more conservative, okay? Between $15 to 15.3, not much to be hyped about when it comes to Solana. Like, let me just look at this one. So this candle closed at 13.77. Okay, okay. So we are seeing some type of reversal pattern when it comes to the Japanese indicators. Okay, so keep that in mind. That's a good thing to see. Nice doji right here. Like, okay, okay. So we got some indications. Like it's been a while we saw this, but after this, signal telling us that there's a fight, we still see some indecision, like between the bulls and the bears. So keep an eye on Solana. Like if we can break above 15 point, let's just say 15.1 to 15.3 on a daily or even 4 hourly, we could see some, action at least to 16.4, okay, which would be another resistance. So I'll just, draw a box for you guys here so you understand what I'm talking about. Okay, somewhere around these levels. Yeah, if we can break above 16.6, not much holding us until, I don't know, like 18-ish, 19-ish dollars, okay? So we'll see what happens when we get to these levels. But major point is here. We need to close above this line that you can see right here. Simple, okay? That's Solana. I do not see any, well, yeah, I don't see any bearish divergence on the MACD. Just on the RSI, as I already told you guys. So yeah, like if we break below this support, this one, let's do this. Then I expect us to come back and retest at least 12 point something, 12.3 or something, okay? Like 12 to 12.3 levels, okay? If we break this one, that is, I can just, change this to blue so you guys understand its support areas, fine. If we break below it, we can come back lower. Like, yeah, there is some type of support around 13.2 before the $12 area, so we'll see if it holds. We'll see if it holds. Just be aware of what's going on. So that's Solana. Like, the levels we can come and retest to the downside and the upside as well, okay? Then we got Quant, which have like which has been looking, pretty interesting. Let's have a look at the daily. Well, okay, so we obviously got some resistance, going on when it comes to quant around 124 to $126. Okay, we almost came to this support, area, pretty close, 94, 90, pretty close, but it's not like looking bad because there is some hidden bullish divergence forming. It's not complete yet, so it's not valid yet, but it's definitely there, definitely forming. And this is on both the oscillators. Like, I always like it when we see it on both the oscillators. Like, it shows you that there is some more probability that it is gonna play out. Okay, it doesn't mean it always plays out, but probabilities are higher it will play out. Okay, we are losing strength in the negative momentum, which is a good thing, fine. But we got resistance like around, let's just say between 124-ish to 128, okay? So we still need to break above, these levels. And if we do, like if quant can actually break above that level, next resistance is gonna be around $136. That is around this level right here, okay? This red line. If you look to the right, you'll see the price right here, okay? Around these levels. So yeah, like quant, if you've been watching the streams, you already know about the support levels, and now you know about the resistance we can come and meet. Looking at the 4-hourly, price action is still below the short-term moving average, okay? But looking at my other screen, there is good news, guys. The good news is short-term is right now at the moment as we speak trying to literally cross over the midterm, like literally right now, okay? Um, we are losing strength in the positive, momentum on the MACD. We do have hidden bearish divergence, like forming, developing in the MACD as well, okay? And even the RSI, is it? Yes, even the RSI. So, in other words, like just because it's forming, it doesn't mean like we can see a strong, not red, strong green bar on the MACD and see some, some more push. Because what I like with what, quant is doing is that it's holding support still. It's holding support. Like it's nothing surprising if we come to 109 to $107. But the fact that we have hidden bullish divergence, how I always tell you guys that a daily chart is like whatever you see on a daily chart, it beats the 4-hourly chart, okay? And whatever you see on the hourly chart, it beats, well, not the hourly. Whatever you see on the 4-hourly chart, it beats the hourly chart, okay? So you have to compare and you have to, look at different time frames and so on. So that's quant. That's quant. Like, the levels. It's looking good daily. It's not looking that bad. Of course, from losing strength on the negative momentum, like it is weak. It can be stronger again, but you guys have to think about one thing. Let me do this just so you guys understand what's going on. And by the way, guys, if you want to learn about trend lines, I think there is a video out there, that I made, how to draw trend lines the correct way. It is very helpful. Like a lot of people I know have seen it even, and they feel like it's sharpened their, you know, the way they draw trend lines a bit, and they can see it in their paper trades or other types of trades. So keep an eye. If you want to learn, you gotta invest in, learning. So keep an eye on it, or at least watch it. It's just 21 minutes long, but it's worth it. It's worth the 21 minutes, okay? That much I can say. All right, so that's quant looking goodish, not bad. I'm a bit a bit tired today, but trying to be here, just go through the markets. But we're gonna definitely take it a bit slow today. Like yesterday was a lot to talk about yesterday. So we're only humans, not robots. I'm probably gonna make a short video after the stream when it comes to mask. Okay. Um, but let me move on for now. So next, I could just go, through the list that I have here, but I think it's more than 50 types of markets in front of me, so we'll take it easy. DXY. Let's have a look at the DXY because it was looking good yesterday, right? It is still looking good. Not looking that bad. Looking confusing, yes, but looking bad, no. Hmm. Let's see now. Even if you come back and retest this support level, just so you guys know, it's really it's fine. It's completely fine. What would not be fine is if we close a daily below 104. If we do that, be worried. Then you should be worried, okay? But until then, we still have, hidden bullish divergence like that shouldn't be neglected, and it's on the RSI. Okay, and I like this hammer formation right here. We still haven't seen follow through after it, but definitely can see that the bears are a bit tired, but we gotta see something that indicates that a reversal is, coming. Because just because we see a hammer, it doesn't always mean it's gonna be respected. Like we have to, remember this kind of stuff. But it's looking okay. After we reach, let's say $107 or so, like, excuse me, after we reach $108 and a break a daily above it, not much holding us until these levels. That would be, close to this hard line actually. So we'll see what happens. Like, gotta give it time too. Yeah, exchanges, by the way, are like there's a lot of uncertainty, um, a lot of doubt when it comes to exchanges. Now there's this other crypto lending, unit called Genesis. Apparently, it's halting, customer withdrawals as well. So things are not looking that, you know, good when it comes to exchanges. Like people have to be careful, very careful. I mean, Sam has really stirred it up this time, really stirred everything. I mean, everything is looking horrible. And remember, this happened with Celsius, this happened with Voyager, this happened with Genesis now as well, Blockify, let's not forget that one. And some people are starting to doubt Nexo. Like, keep your eyes open, and probably a good idea to get most of your funds out so you don't get hurt in case something happens. Okay, so chat is is kind of inactive right now. Probably gonna make it a short stream, then move on with the video I was gonna make. Let's have a look at Cardano. Still in the support box, okay? We still have this hidden bullish divergence that I told you guys about. Still there, nothing has changed. But like we need to get above 0.36. Well, 0.37 to be a bit more conservative around these areas, to see some more action, like more push to the upside. And when it comes to support levels, we are at it literally right now. We are at support, okay? We can come back and retest 0.31 and so on. That's fine. What would not be fine is if we close any daily below 0.31 or 0.3, just to be a bit more conservative, okay? Same thing goes on the 4-hourly. You see it close below 0.3, we are eventually gonna come down to these levels. There is not much holding us until these levels, okay? Wow, I've been speaking for like 5 minutes straight and I didn't realize that it was muted. Apologies. Let's go back since I was on mute. Let's go back. I'm just gonna repeat it. So Matic, we're still, showing hidden bullish divergence, as you guys can see. Past resistance got respected as support this time, okay? Because this bearish engulfing candle came, retested it, it held as support, bounced up a little bit, okay? And now we're still, we recently tested support again. But all in all, on the daily, we need to break above 0.95 to $0.97 to see a bit more push to the upside, okay? Same thing goes for the 4-hourly, like not big difference between the 4-hourly and daily looking at things. There is no divergence whatsoever on the 4-hourly chart, none. So yeah, that's Matic. It's like the crypto market. Well, winter market came and took everybody, in a depression. But you know, you know what they say? After the storm, the sun comes out. So this is not for always. Like, just gotta be coping with this a bit better so you can, come out at the end, and see that this is a time where you invest in education. Like, you do that, it's gonna pay out. It's gonna pay out when the bull market is, around the corner. Okay, gonna look at Ripple and then I'll probably call it a day for the live stream. Because I'm gonna be releasing a video on one of the altcoins. So you'll probably hear me there again until tomorrow, until the next one. But let's have a look at the next coin. Okay, let's see if there's anything interesting before I choose that one. So XRP is looking uh, bit, a bit worrisome, okay? You see, we got this hidden bearish divergence going on. If we can't break above 0.39, not gonna be looking good since we are losing positive momentum on the MACD. And then we got this resistance around 0.379 areas. Looking at the daily, I mean, it's looking okay-ish. I don't see anything implying that bears are, well, they are in control, but bulls are kind of, they have a little bit control too, okay? A little bit, because they're trying to like come back and push, but we'll see what happens because we do have hidden bullish divergence, on one of the oscillators. So this can happen. We just gotta, see if we can break at least, like I said, above 0.39, 0.4, dollars and go up. Hello, wannabe. Welcome back. Hope you're having a good day. Looks like I'm late to the party. Unfortunately, had to work late today. I hope you had a good, day at work. Everything went your way, and it's okay. I was also a bit late to my own stream, so I apologies. I had some things to do, but we're here now and checking out the markets. Pretty much looking a bit slow. It's looking pretty slowish. I hope everything we discussed yesterday is still, that you went around and thought about it, and I hope it made like sense to you. What time is it in the in your state right now? Because here it's like 2:20 a.m. It's pretty late. And that is MGT that I'm asking. At the meantime, we can have a look at Dogecoin, right? Let's see now. That's good. That's good. As long as it makes sense, it's perfect. Yeah, I'm in Discord. I've actually been setting up a lot of things in Discord, fixing the community rules, like writing a lot of things and you know, trying to give you guys a guide, like some information on how we're gonna do things and so on. And when it comes to charts, I haven't posted anything when it comes to charts yesterday, but I did speak about, Bitcoin, what it has to break. Like I reminded you guys that it has to break 17,200. That's what we've been speaking about, past two streams. So yeah, I'm the only one, doing most of the things because I want it to be done as perfect. Well, nothing is perfect, but I want it to be, on point. And since I want it to be on point, I have difficulty, giving control to some people, except when I know they're pros at what they do. So I've been doing a lot of editing and writing and so on. And on top of that, since I'm gonna be giving out, I'm gonna, well, I'm gonna be starting uh, a Patreon, thing for you guys. I have a lot of clips that I'm making, like a lot of videos, a lot of information I have to like record and edit and so on before I give it to the pro to edit and so on as well. So I got a lot of, balls, like, well, not a lot of, I got a lot of plates in my hands, if you understand what I mean. Well, balls in the air is what we say in this country, but I hope you understand what I mean. So I'm trying to do the best so you guys can have the best, so you can take advantage to the fullest when you become members. So I'm doing my best, but when it comes to Discord, feel free to share your charts, your thoughts, and everything, and I'll always chip in with what I think. In that way, you'll also, learn. You'll also um, find that there are other ways, like, or you will like, I'll tell you that, let's say, for example, you show us a chart in Discord, and you've drawn trend lines and so on. If I see that they are valid, I'm definitely gonna give you, a push until you like keep it going and so on. If I don't see it's valid and so on, I'm also gonna let you know and try to guide you. But there is already a, since I remember you said you are kind of new, there is a video about trend lines. If you head over to my video section in YouTube, there is a video about trend lines, and it's called How to Draw Trend Lines the Correct Way. If you have a look at it, it's 21 minutes long, okay? And I think people should, especially beginners, should look at that at least, 3 to 4 times. Like, make sure it's stuck in your head. That is one of those videos that is gonna help you a lot. Like, that is basic way. That is a basic way to draw trend lines, but it's a very, very important thing to know, especially if you're a beginner. Like, it helps out a lot. Then there is advanced trend lines, okay, which I'll also be teaching, when I release, the courses on Patreon. So, but that is the basic, okay? Start with the basic, and slowly, step by step, you'll get to know, the advanced. I'm gonna talk about the advanced ways of drawing trend lines, because it's not just, drawing support or horizontal or resistance lines. Like, there's more to trend lines also. There's a lot in TA, like you said yesterday, like there's a lot of information, and that I can definitely agree with you. But as long as you take it step by step, like, beginners are gonna appreciate it. Like, if you take it step by step, like, do not start with the hard stuff. If you start with the easy stuff, like the basic stuff, the ones that are a bit harder are gonna get easier. You know why? Because then you have the base correct. If you have the base, the rest will come, slowly. You will start to understand everything else better and better, okay? It's just like what we did yesterday in the live stream. Like, it could have been, it maybe was a bit confusing and so on, but the more you watch these streams, the more you're gonna understand, okay? Like, the more you're gonna have a catch, for it easily, okay? Now, here I am again throwing a lot of information, but it's just because I know you're pretty, um, well, you said you're a beginner, so I have to break it down for you so you understand what you need to keep an eye on and what you need to be investing your time in, so you can get experienced in time. Okay? Okay, so Dogecoin. I was gonna speak about Dogecoin. Let's have a look at Doge. There is something interesting going on with Dogecoin when it comes to the daily chart, guys. Very interesting. We do have hidden bullish divergence, okay, on the MACD. It doesn't mean it's valid yet, because it's not. but it's building, it's developing. My pleasure, MGT, my pleasure. As long as you find value, it's gonna be a pleasure. So we do have hidden bullish divergence, as you guys can see on the MACD, on the RSI as well. And you guys know what I say, when it's on both the oscillators, the better, okay? When it's just like on one of them, it's also good, it's also valid, but it's even stronger when you can see it on both the oscillators, okay? Some people do not use the like MACD at all. They just use the RSI. Some people just use, the MACD and not the RSI. But like I always tell you guys, there's nothing wrong with combining, different tools. It's just gonna make your you know, we talk about paper trades a lot in this stream. It's just gonna make, these trades or your charting better. Let me say your TA better, okay? So keep in mind, not bad to have an RSI, not bad to have an eye on the RSI, and it's not bad either to have an eye on the MACD, okay? Instead of just one of them, fine? So we got this bullish divergence building on both oscillators, good. We have a lot of indecision going on when it comes to the Japanese indicators. Another good sign. If you wonder why, maybe it's boring, but it's actually good after a downtrend. It's not bad. It's good after a downtrend, okay? So this is called, a box price action. Because why? If I just draw a box like this, you guys see that, let me just remove this instead. I have a better idea. Let's use the parallel channel instead. Okay, you guys see, I know there's a lot of drawings, going on, but try to focus in this parallel channel right here, okay? Just keep your eyes on it. So we are within a box. The Japanese say when you see price action like this, then it is within a box, okay? And this is not bad. Sideways action after a downtrend, you see all this indecision. It's kind of implying that bulls are fighting. Bulls are fighting. Like bulls are trying, to break out. And then add up the bullish divergence that we have on both oscillators, okay? Add it up to this sideways action. On top of that, look at this. Short-term moving average above long-term and midterm, okay? Long-term about to curl below the midterm. So if we have the short-term first, and then the midterm second, and then the long-term at the lowest, at bottom, it's only good for the bulls. At the end, it's gonna be good for the bulls, okay? I can have a look at my other screen and just see what's going on with the moving averages when it comes to the settings most people use. Even there, right now, short-term moving average is above the midterm and the long-term. What I do not like though is looks like the short-term is like it's far away from the midterm and the long-term, okay? But it looks like it's curling downwards, okay? It looks like it's curling downwards, so you guys have to keep that in mind as well. But all in all, daily, we got some bullish, divergence going on, and the bears are fighting. I could stretch this one out like this. It would be much better, okay? This is more fair. On the 4-hourly chart, RSI above neutral. RSI here is also above neutral, I think. No, but it's close to neutral. But on the 4-hourly, we are above, no, still below neutral. Let me look at the Japanese indicators. Let's see now. Yeah, guys, we have to break above. Well, first of all, if we come and retest, like we have some resistance around these levels, if you guys can see, around 0.87-ish, okay, dollars. But if we can close the 4 hourly candle above this one, 0.87-ish dollars, okay. Next resistance is probably between 0.89 to 0.91. Like there's not much holding us until that one, okay. So let's see. This is on the 4 hourly chart that I'm talking about, so we'll see what happens. We still have positive momentum on the MACD. There's no hidden divergence, like bearish divergence, when it comes to the MACD at all. Not on the RSI either, not right now. And I'm talking short term. Okay, on the 4 hourly chart. But yeah, like there are some resistance going on, and I'm looking at this. Just let me see. Just let me try something on my other chart, because I'm afraid I see something, but sometimes the eyes lie. So I'm gonna draw it on my other chart, and then if it's valid, I'm gonna draw it live as well, so you guys, can take advantage of that. It's educational. Just a moment. I hope it's not what I think I see it is, because if it is, like, even though we are seeing some hidden bullish divergence building on the daily, this can go from pink to red fast. Okay? Mo Trades, welcome. Welcome to the show. Glad you're here. Actually, saw your streams, and I was like, kudos. Like, I like your style. Like, it's interesting. More trades. It's nice that you're here, and thank you for encouraging the chat to smash those likes. The levels you mentioned for Dodge are the POC and the VAH. Yeah. They are like they are. The difference between what I'm saying and no, it's of course I told you that I was gonna come and watch, since you said you had a channel as well, so I keep my word. It's not just for just to sweet talk or something. There's no need for that. So I came and I watched, and I even left some likes and so on. So keep it up. Like the more we learn, and the more our community, whether it be mine, whether it be yours, like the more we brainstorm with each other and so on, and encourage each other, like it's only for the better. But yes, that is correct. Like what you're talking about, it is what I mentioned for Dodge is that. Thing is, I try to explain it exactly. You shall receive as much as you give. Exactly. I believe in that. Like, what goes around comes around. Definitely. Thank you. And I'm glad you're here. Thing is, when I discuss, for example, because we do have some beginners, watching the show, I always try to break it down for them in a simple way. Even though TA is hard, like we do our best, we do our very best to break it down for them in a simple way. Otherwise, if I was just talking like pure prose, it would be a bit difficult, for some people to understand what I'm talking about. And it is already difficult, it is already difficult. So hopefully, when I have Patreon, I'm gonna be, teaching those terms as well. So as time goes by, people are gonna be understanding what POC stands for, what VAH stands for, and so on, But right now, I can imagine some probably would wonder what it is, but there's always Google. There's always Google. So it's not a bad thing to look at Google sometimes, because okay, for example, now if some of you are wondering what POC is, or POC, it means point of control. Okay, it is a level where a lot of trading has happened within a volume profile. Okay, for those of you watching, and for those of you who saw most, comment, which makes sense, then that's what it stands for. Okay, POC. Um, Even Japanese indicators. Sometimes when I see Japanese indicators, some people, even friends, ask me, "What is that?" But it's just a finer way. Well, it's not a finer way. Before people said candlesticks and so on, the Japanese themselves used to call it Japanese indicators. And then slowly, because the Westerns were not using, candlesticks in the beginning. Let me tell you a little story about, candlesticks and so on. Okay, this is interesting. Hopefully, it's interesting for you guys. In the beginning, in the beginning, the Westerns used to use bar charts. Okay, so they used to use this one. Let me show you guys. Okay, this is what they used to use. Let me remove everything because so you guys can see what I'm talking about. They used to use this one. Okay, then the Japanese, came along. They kind of redefined things. They had their own ways. Then the West started, learning from the Japanese. They started like it's like we had this, TV with white and black only, and then those fat thick TVs, and then the other TV came, with colors, and then from colors the next generation TV was like a slim, TV with HD and HD quality and all that. So it's a bit like that when it comes to charts. Now, if anybody asks you, would you use an old TV with the white and black color? I wasn't born at that time, but you know what I mean. Would you use that one today, or would you use those high quality, TVs with the slim, as slim as a painting and so on? Most of you are probably gonna say, well, if not most of you, I think all of you would choose this new generation TV for a like good cause. It's the same thing when it comes to candlesticks. The West were not getting out as much as what the Japanese were getting out when they used to look at these, candles, okay? It was a bit more difficult, to see things that we can't see with the candlesticks, actual candlesticks today. Fine. So today, when we look at candlesticks, let me just do this. Sorry. There you go. Oh, bars. I mean here bars. So the West used to use these ones, okay? And you can't like these work, but you can't do as much with these ones as much as you can do with these ones, okay? So I'm glad that the Japanese, went to another level and they taught the West, other things, because then the West went out and taught a lot of other people, other things as well. And all this information I got from reading, I think more than I don't know. If I'm not mistaken, I counted the books, like 25 books. So it's from different places, okay? But at the end I found sources. I found sources like so it's interesting to see how it developed, you see. Freedom Sound, welcome to the show. Look, like a lot of I feel like there's gonna be some good questions today. A lot of good people, in the show. Welcome. I'm really glad to see all of you. It makes me very happy. And what would make me even happier is if I find out that you guys, find value in those streams. I'm even gonna be more happier. So let's get back to what I was discussing with Dodge. So we gotta break above this level, like I said, on the daily. If we do, not much holding us until 0.11. Like, since it's unbiased, TA I'm giving you, I'm not telling you what I think, even though I think, well, what's the difference between 0.95 and 0.11? It doesn't matter what I think. I still have to tell you guys what TA is saying. Simple. So we do have resistance around these levels, and if we can close a daily above 0.12, to be a bit more conservative, okay, 0.112, there is not much holding us until 0.137 and so on, like 0.137 to 0.1 for two areas, okay? Simple. Around these levels. We break above that on a 4-hourly. If we can break above that on a 4-hourly candle, let's say we close above 0.1, 14 on a 4-hourly candle. Next resistance would be, between 0.1 for, let's say 0.15 to be a bit more conservative, 0.15 to 0.159, okay? This major resistance that everything, started going down to, since last time it touched it, okay? And I made a short video about, this one. There was somebody in the comment who thought that, thought that I can't trade, and he was telling me, oh, you should learn about Elliott wave. The thing is, I've already I know how to use the Elliott waves, but honestly, it's not as like it's something I took out from my trading style, since it's not something I've found stronger than what I know to do already now. So it's something that I have knowledge of, but I don't use that much anymore. MGT. I don't know if you already have, but can we take a look at Bitcoin? I just saw some paper trade and I flopped. It's okay. Yeah, I already had a look at Bitcoin, but we can definitely have a look at it again. It's fine. Like, no worries. Since chat is, you guys came a bit late, just like I came late to the show. It's okay. We can definitely have a look at it again. So, did you, flop on a 4-hourly or hourly? Let me know that so we can get, in deeper in that, session. Like, let me know. Hopefully it's not the 1 minute, because if it's the 1 minute, you know what happened yesterday. Like, we got stuck discussing what happened. And if you like chat, if you didn't see the stream from yesterday, I recommend you to have a look at it, because it was one of those. You can ask the chat, because some of them were there yesterday. It was because they had some good questions. I had to do some live paper trading and show them exactly how, like, I think 99.9% of what I, was talking about TA wise happened just before anything happened with the price action. So watch the recent live stream and you're gonna appreciate it. So you said 15 minutes freedom sound, okay? 15 minutes. Okay, freedom sound. Like, easily I can tell you in 15 minutes we have resistance around 16,000. Let me see now, 16,775. Okay, let's, to be a bit more conservative, $16,780. We got some support around these levels. Like, it's I make it sound easy, but my brain is going like in different ways to make it sound as easy as possible for you right now, because I don't want to confuse you. So we got support. Let me draw a box around these levels, and I'm gonna explain why I'm thinking like this in a minute. Okay, let me just take out the factors for you guys first. Okay, so this is what's going on with the 15-minute chart, and this is good for education, guys. The 1-minute chart, 15-minute charts, because a lot of things happen. Sometimes it's good. Okay, so first of all, chat, do you remember what I said about this? Do you know what candlestick this is? This single candlestick I've spoken about a few times. I think Mo definitely knows what it is now after yesterday. Let me know in the chat. At the meanwhile, I'm gonna continue. So let's see now. Where did this? Okay, we opened as 16.7, closed as 16.7. Pretty much the same, yeah. Okay, that means we have one pattern telling us there's gonna be, a reversal coming, and I'm gonna explain to you guys why in a second. Just, going through the chart in my head first so I can simplify it for you guys. Okay, and then we have this doji. Remember, we have support here. Remember, we have support here. Okay. 702, 730. Okay, so just here, guys. Okay, Mo, this one, this, just before I continue, I saw your answer. I appreciate it, but there's a difference. An evening star consists of 3 candlesticks. Okay, it's a pattern of 3 candlesticks. This candlestick alone. Now keep note in your head. Okay, memorize this. This candlestick alone is a shooting star. Okay. Mo trades, beautiful rejection from 200 EMA. Well, let me see now if that's the setting that I have. Probably, yeah. Yeah, that too, that too. Definitely that too. Rejection, on the 200, moving average, definitely fine. But on top of that, on top of what you're saying, Mo, okay, what you're saying is right. On top of that, if we look left, okay, let's say we didn't have any indicators at all, and all we see is candlesticks. Like we have nothing else to go with except candlesticks, okay? Look where we had resistance earlier, around these levels, right? You see this? Resistance, 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 okay? And look a bit further to your left. It's areas where we had a bit of a support, okay? Look here, do you guys see? Look at this one, a little bit, okay? And then resistance. So what happened again? If we didn't have any Western indicators to go by, chat, then it is because there is pressure, there is sell pressure going on at these levels, okay? So what happened again? It acted as resistance again. You could have it as simple as that. You can have it as simple as that. Sometimes you don't even need the Western indicators, but if you ask me, it's a bad idea to, rule out one indicator or one tool or so. I love it the most, or for me at least, like it works out best when I combine both Western and Eastern, okay? Not just Western, both Western and Eastern, okay? Let me bring back the indicators. So, Mo, this is a shooting star, and then we have another, I love using confluences too. Yeah, like it makes, the well, it doesn't matter if it's paper trades, real trades, whatever you are, but it makes the TA like you chart better. You literally chart better, because I know some people that use only one sort and then they get stuck to it and then they wonder why they're getting wrecked over and over. It's like, be a bit flexible. Be a bit flexible. Like the best traders in the world do not use just one type of tool. They combine the best of the tools, they put it, into their trading style, and then they go from there. And it only gets better, like I keep on educating myself just to find like if there's anything else I can add to my trading style. But at the same time, I am comfortable in what I know. I'm comfortable in what I know. If it wasn't working out well for me, I would have already changed a while ago, because I wouldn't, like, if I see that I'm getting wrecked all the time, then there's something wrong that I'm doing. Simple. If you're getting wrecked all the time, it means you need some more time to learn. It means you need to invest some time in education. You see, it's simple. I could just come here and go like, well, target to the upside this, target to the downside this, and then done. But I feel like most influencers, I don't feel like they explain, they explain. Like I saw like most channel, he does, some explaining here, he does some explaining there. It's better than nothing at all. So I try to explain as well as much as possible so people can follow. Okay, let's not get, out of the context. Let me get back to what I was gonna tell Mo. And it's valuable for everybody. And I told you guys, humbly, I can say that I don't want to brag. I'm not bragging, but this is honesty, okay? This is honest. I am, I'm literally like very, very good when it comes to Eastern indicators. Very good, okay? Western as well, but if you ask me what I love the Eastern indicators. Love them, because I've seen what they can do. I've seen how they are respected. I've seen how they help out a lot. So I don't rule out, Western indicators for that, but that's what I love, okay? So Mo, we got, a warning sign here telling you, be careful, be very careful. It might be time, to get out, okay? Then we have another warning sign here. You have a doji here showing, okay, telling you, be careful again. It's giving you another warning sign, fine. Then here, look what we have here. We have a dark cloud cover. I don't care that it's the 15-minute chart. Okay, so for example, Eastern indicators wanna be MGT. Eastern indicators are the ones that tell us pretty much about reversals, okay, before they happen. They tell us about support levels. They tell us about resistance levels. And in one word, I can say that the Eastern, I think Mo knows about this because I've seen that you have some experience. Um, in one word, the Eastern indicators are the Japanese indicators. And then when I'm gonna simplify it for you guys, the Japanese indicators are the candlesticks. Does it make sense? Eastern indicators, what is the purpose of East? Like, if anybody asks you, like, what's the purpose of Eastern indicators? Why is it so important? Well, it tells you about a lot of things without even having other indicators, okay? That's why it's important, okay? Like, the Japanese are not, stupid people. They are very smart people, very smart people. And when you surround yourself, with smartness, trust me, you're only gonna get better, you see. And then the Western indicators are all the other indicators that the Western came up with. It is the RSI, it is the MACD, it is for example, gaps. The gaps that we see most of the time, you don't see it a lot in Sinner. You're definitely not new. Welcome to the show, Sinner. Welcome to the show. I'm glad you're here. And good morning. I think you woke up, so good morning. The Japanese call what the Western call a gap, for example, they call it an open window. They have a different way of, they have different terms. So we don't see gaps as much in crypto, but when we do, it's definitely respected as well. But the Japanese call that open window. Okay? Perfect, perfect. So you know about the Western now, and you know about the Eastern, right? So we can move on with what's going on with the Japanese people, I love them. Yeah, like they're how can I say? Like I like their kindness and their respect. You and your animes. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, anime, like they probably do that the best as well. I'm sure it's not Europe at least, so I can imagine. So, on the 15-minute chart, that was what we were talking about. You see all these things telling you to be careful, be careful, be careful over and over, Mo. So, for example, if we're talking, you know, in theory now, in theory, paper trades, okay? If you are going to go short at these levels, let me just, put a line right here. And I spoke about, all this already, but let's put a line here, okay? So let's say you go short at this level right here, right? Yeah, you go short and you must, like must, I repeat, must have a stop loss. You don't have it just, straight at the level of the resistance, not to the dot. Like, be a bit flexible. Do not forget that I keep on telling you guys, be a bit flexible, okay? So you have your stop loss somewhere around, let's say this is the resistance point, $16,780, right? We got, let's say, around 16,810, okay? We're a bit more conservative now, okay? 16,810. You got, some, stop loss ready, okay? Because in case market gets out of this, resistance line and closes a 15-minute above it, then it means you're gonna get wrecked if you don't have any stop loss. Okay? You're gonna get wrecked if you don't have any stop loss. And if you only have a stop loss around these levels, imagine it just, wicks up, or it just comes to this level, but it comes a bit higher, and then you're already out, but then it just tanks to the downside. It just tanks. Then you just went out from your position for no reason, when you could have actually been in profit. Do you understand what I mean? So you have to be a bit flexible with the stop losses as well. You don't put it right at resistance. You put it a bit above. You don't put it right at support. You put it a bit below. You see? It's okay. It's okay, Sinner. It's okay. Like, I'm glad that you're, showing, some, love for the community. Like, I love that. It's okay. Like, I was just, telling you, like, if possible, just go through the community rules in Discord so you guys know, what to do and what not to do. But I don't mind that. As a matter of fact, kudos to you for doing that. It just shows that you have love and you just, want to help out people. And I like that in people. That's why I'm saying this chat, even though we're little, like it's a valuable, group. Mo, Freedom, MGT, all of you, are valuable. Like, you all, have, like, I like this. I like this. It's not about quantity, it's about quality. And I love the quality that I'm looking at, that I see. So that's about a bit about stop losses. And I told you, you got many warning signs telling you like price could, go down. So now you see that we have support around these levels. You wonder, why is support here? I'll simplify it for you without going any deeper, okay? And before I go there, I just want to say, like I said, keep your eyes on the MACD and RSI, which is the Western indicators as well. You see all those, warning signs on the Eastern indicator, right? At the same time, we have what? We have a bearish divergence going on, both on the MACD, both on the RSI. And when you see it on both oscillators, it's a bit stronger. Okay? Simple as that. It's a bit stronger when you see stuff like this. So a lot of warning signs, Eastern indicators, Western indicators. So you have to combine it and see what's going on. So now let me go to the next thing, okay? Why do I see support here? Simple. Look left, What do you see? Where did we find rejection last time? Right here, right? So we might find support around these levels. If this support breaks, simple, next would be around these levels. As simple as that. Sinner, his channel is literally more traits. Like his channel is the name of the channel, and exactly, there you go. Usually, I would have said, I don't want, people promoting other channels and so on, and so so forth. But like I said, help one, each one. We go a long way in that way. So I don't mind. For Mo, this time I don't mind, but normally you guys know, like if it was somebody else, somebody else, I would have probably like gave them a warning or so. But you guys are free. So Sinner, his channel is Mo Trades. Um, so you guys understand this, right? You guys see what I mean with the 15-minute trade and the 1-minute trade and so on. Yesterday was a good example, and I love these questions because the more you ask, these kind of questions, the more I can show you what, how and what I'm thinking, and you can find, value in it, okay? So that's Bitcoin. Was it was it a good answer? Did you find it helpful, MGT? Perfect, perfect. Oh, even looking at the 4 hourly, which is gonna be over in 2 hours, you guys see that we are being rejected at around these levels, okay? But we were talking about the 15 minutes, so I can just hide this one for now and remove this one as well because it's not necessary right now. But yeah, that's that. That is how you dissect the charts. Like that is how you kill the charts instead of the charts killing you, okay? Oh, you can't find it? Try to Sinner, try to write, I think it was Mo Trades together, if I'm not mistaken. No problem. My pleasure, Mo. My pleasure. I'm glad you're here. If I'm not mistaken, you see his we're out of context right now, but Sinner, you see his logo picture on YouTube? You should find that in his channel, okay? Like it's that one because I noticed that there are many others, more traits this, more traits that, but you'll find them. Just keep an eye for this picture that he has that you see in the chat, okay? So so that is Bitcoin right now. Hope it was helpful, but like I told you guys in the beginning, I'm still feeling like it's weak. I know some people flip-flop, one day they go like I'm bullish, one day they go like I'm bearish, one day they go like I'm bullish. I've been pretty bearish for a while now. For all this month, I've been telling you guys like I'm bearish. I was bearish when we were at 21K. I was bearish when we were at 31K. Like I've been bearish a while, okay? A while. Everybody was thinking that the bottom was not everybody, but I saw many tweets that I was getting irritated at when people were talking about the bottom being in at this level when it was clear as the sky. Like there was so many indications telling us things are about to go left, especially this bear flag, okay? And then when we broke below this level, 26,700 something, it was done. It was literally done, okay? And now until one day we Sinner, he can't send links in the chat, okay? I don't think so. You can either find it in his, I don't want to like get out from context, but you can either find it through searching, or you know what? Oh, okay. Worst case scenario, I'll just write it in in Discord because I think le- just hold up. Let me do this for Sinner, otherwise he's gonna be asking for the same thing, 10 times. Just a minute. Um, 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 um. How could you not find it, Sinner? It's literally there, literally there. There you go. I've DM'd you in private, okay? So there you go. Yeah, exactly. It gets deleted because there were scammers, coming here and trying to turn our channel, to a dating channel, and that is we're not trying to do that here. Okay, so I kind of, had to do some settings, remove some permissions for the chat and so on, just to keep it clean. Thank you, Motrade. Thank you. Much love to you too. Thank you. Yeah, like I said, like it's I am kind. I know sometimes I can be hard, strict, but thank you. Like just like you said, what goes around comes around. So, you know, push each other to the limits. Yes, like this is not a dating channel. Like they can go and spam other channels if they want to. So that's Bitcoin, guys. I hope I made it clear for you guys. Yeah, you already know what I've been thinking. Same like yesterday, same like before yesterday. I'm still not convinced. Even though we saw that this high wave candle was there a few days ago, for me it was like I'm still not convinced because we don't see anything, like nothing on the Western indicators, nothing on the Eastern indicators saying anything at all. So there's nothing to hype about really. So I was like, okay, at least if we can break 17,600-ish, then I'd be convinced, okay? But now we can't even get above $17,200. So it's like, what are we doing here? Um, what do you think of KNT? We'll have a look. I already had a look at it actually, but do you mean fundamentally or when it comes to the technical part, Mo? And MGT, no, that's a good thing. I've been on other streaming channels where that was allowed, scamming dating sites, and it was distracting. Exactly. So you know what I mean, okay? That you know what I mean. On top of that, I just want, quality people here, so I don't mind, I don't mind losing a viewer here or there. Sinner, have a great day or a great morning. Take care, okay? And we'll talk on Discord. Yeah, so I don't want, people to be distracted, and I don't want, anybody, watching the stream. I really want quality people because the quality people are just gonna bring more quality. I believe in that. Okay, so quant, as I was saying, Mo, were you asking, is your question fundamental wise or is your question technical wise? Because if it's technical wise, I already went through it. Perfect. You can just, go back and have a look and you'll see at quant because I already spoke about it, so it's there, okay? Okay, next coin, legends and OGs. Next coin. Let's see now. So we got H bar. I know a lot of people are like interested in this one. Yeah. Let's have a look. Let's see what's going on. Start with the weekly because I remember seeing something that was interesting in the weekly. Let's see if it's still interesting. Okay, first of all, moving average, we can't see, like, since it's not that old, it's from 2019, yes, but it still hasn't developed a long-term moving average. As you guys can see, only have a short and a midterm, which is not so helpful. So let's head over, to the Eastern indicators instead, okay? And see what's going on there. Weekly looking like crap, literally. Look at this bearish engulfing candle. I do not like this at all, okay? We still have positive momentum on the MACD, but we are losing strength, so it doesn't mean much either in that, in that in that area, okay? Not right now. And RSI, as you guys can see, look at this. We were never oversold, really. It was weak. It is weak still, but you weren't oversold, okay? So we still gotta give it some time. This closed at 0.0453, fine, and this one opened at 0.0. Wait, now, hold on. Okay, okay. There is something I have to tell you guys. If, if only this weekly candle closes at least, halfway into this prior candle, halfway into, we might see a push after that. It doesn't even have to close all the way here, only halfway into, okay? And I'll tell you why if we get to that level. I'll tell you why, okay? Otherwise, it's looking like not much going on. So let's just head over to the daily, yeah? So, daily. Okay. When it comes to the, Eastern indicators, Japanese indicators, whichever, we have obvious resistance around 0.5 to 0.52, okay, ish, around these levels, resistance there, and support here. Literally, I can just do this. This is the support, obviously, because you guys see that we were there. And resistance around these levels, okay? Simply put, like no need to complicate things for you guys. Simple as this, okay? If we can break above $0.53, if we can do that, nothing holding us. You see this red line right here? Nothing holding us until that line. Nothing at all, okay? This is on a daily level, by the way, and I think it's pretty much the same when it comes to the 4-hourly. Yes, pretty much the same when it comes to the 4-hourly, okay? So if we can get it close above a 4-hourly above 0.054 to be a bit more conservative, see eventually around 0.05, 6-ish area, okay? That's what I see when it comes to H bar. And you remember MGT? You spoke about an evening star when I asked you what the other candle was, right? Now I have something interesting for you to see. This candlestick pattern. Let me just do this so you understand. Hold on. Let me draw it for you or highlight it so you understand exactly what I'm talking about. This one right here. Forget about this one. But these three lines, this pattern right here, what do you think it is, chat? I can give you a hint soon. Okay, I'm gonna give you a minute and I'm gonna give you a hint. What do you think this is called? Or not think. What do you think it's called? Okay, because it actually has a name. That's why I'm asking. What is this called? And it's the three of them. This one plus this one and plus this one. Okay. Come on, chat. I believe in you. I believe in you. Come on. Okay, it's okay. I love honesty. I love honesty. Okay. Um, Mo, any idea? Freedom sound like I don't know. I got a feeling you guys might know this, you know? Because I know freedom sound. You compared me. Bless your soul. Thank you for that one. I'm never gonna forget. It's one of the most finest, like one of the finest compliments I got from you guys. Being compared to Eric Crown, which is an authorized analyst, like it made me more than happy, you know, more than happy. He's certified and everything. Exactly, Mo. Exactly. 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 The morning star, okay? The morning star. And the reason how you can spot a morning star, like it could be a bit, you know, confusing in the beginning, but it's literally as simple as this, okay? First candle, long bearish candle, okay? Or long red candle, fine. Second candle, small real body, okay? That slightly overlaps the first red candle, okay? And the third candle is a long bearish, long bullish engulfing candle that, you know, goes more than halfway into the first bearish engulfing candle, okay? And what is this telling you? It's telling you bulls are in more control right now. And what happened after this? This happened. Well, it's happening right now at the moment, but this is happening, okay? After you saw this pattern, okay? And let's another thing. Sorry, I need to have a glass of water soon. But another thing we have to keep in mind, it's not only this pattern, you know, that we're thinking about. So this is on the 4 hourly, right? Let's head over to the hourly and see what's going on there. Okay, hourly chart, hourly chart. Downtrend, beautiful candle here. A family of the doji telling you indecision after a downtrend, and then what happened? This happened. So this plus the fact that we had, you know, positive momentum, you know, on the MACD after seeing bullish divergence on the RSI, okay? And on top of that, we are heading to bullish territories on the RSI. Like a lot of things combined is telling you like, okay, you know, H bar could come and retest, you know, these levels of let's see, 0.496, 0.5-ish levels, okay? We might meet resistance around these levels, but if we close above that, nothing holding us until these areas, literally, okay? Like I said, like I said, 0.496-ish, 0.5-ish levels, okay? It's interesting. This is what I love with the TA. Like things make sense. It's not necessarily even if you're a good analyst, okay, your TA is correct. Like, how can I explain? Eastern indicators, for example, or Western indicators, they're not a trading system. People confuse them with trading systems, you see, and they expect it to give them gains immediately. That's not the fact. The thing is, they are just tools. They are just tools. Okay? They are tools to manage your risks. They are tools to help you read the charts. They are tools to help you, you know, make better decisions. But it doesn't mean like it's gonna be respected 100%, even though your TA is correct. Okay? And then you can't be mad at yourself because sometimes The market does what it wants to do. Like nobody can tell it to do this or that. So H bar in general, right now, I like how the 4 hourly chart is looking. I like that we're holding here, but I like the 4 hourly chart more. Looks like we are within a box. If I just do this, you guys can see it easily. I like those boxes. I call them the trader's heaven because it's one of the best ways you can, make trades. And it's very simple, very simple. You see sideways action? Okay, good. So what happens when you see sideways action? Sell, buy, sell eventually again, buy eventually again. Unless you do not continue doing this all the time, okay? Because you might see indications around these levels telling you not sell, do not sell, because there's nothing telling you it's gonna reverse around these levels. It's something like Matic, which we'll look at in, after this one. So we are, ranging within the box right now, sideways. And this is a trader's heaven. If you know what you're doing, these are awesome ways, to make easy trades. And you don't even have to do leverage and all that and go short or so. Just spot, just simple spot. So that's H bar. The levels to the downside, the levels we have to break above to see, next levels and so on and so forth. Let's head over to Matic, Polygon. Yes, Freedom Sound. Yes, unfortunately. It's like we spoke about in one of the streams. It is really the beginning of the worst. Like, a lot of people think that, some people think even, so what if FTX is, haunting each and every crypto space? So what? But it's really not so what. Like, what happened with FTX is kind of worse than what happened even with Luna. And it's not only that, it's the fact that a lot of things has been happening this year, okay? So imagine people that are still, devastated after what happened with Luna and still haven't recovered, now gotta, go through what FTX is doing if they were, affected with FTX things as well, SBF. Let's just say SBF. So a lot of things, like, it's the fact that everything is looking shaky. Everything is looking shaky. So this is not the beginning of the end. It's the beginning of the beginning when it comes to worse. So I'm taking it easy and, not talking about bottoms when it comes to Bitcoin for a reason. Not yet. If I see anything hinting that when it comes to Western or Eastern indicators, if I see that, I'll definitely talk about it, okay? Because I'm not hard-headed. I'm not gonna be sticking to my opinions. Like, I'm just doing TA, simple. Even with myself, I try my very best to be unbiased, okay? Like they say, do not marry the coin, just trade it and then move on. So we will see if we see any reversal indications when we reach 14K. But until then, I'm not sure. Like, everything is over. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's very unfortunate, Mo. Very unfortunate. Like, especially unfortunate for the people who are affected by this, because yeah, apparently SBF is still playing Legends of something. I don't know, something like, he's still playing games. Either way, he's still playing games. He's still, playing games both on Twitter and in real life, actually gaming while all this is going on. instead of, I don't know, selling his house, selling his, assets, trying to pay up people. But yeah, some people have no shame. This is what I mean. Some people have just no shame, unfortunately. So, Matic, my friends, because I was talking about, education wise, because I was talking about, sometimes you do not always sell at resistance. For a reason, you do not always sell at resistance, okay? For example, here, if I don't know if any of you used to watch, this, you know, stream, well, my streams around June, but if you were, you definitely knew that I was playing this to the dot. I was actually playing this. I was talking about Matic a lot then, okay? And every time like it came up to these levels, I told you guys, okay, time for it to go back down. You know why? Support, okay? We went a bit below support, but for me it doesn't matter because, just a minute, doesn't matter because it's still, within the same range. Even if it would have gone to 0 0.4, still doesn't matter. I told you guys, if I would enter at these areas, okay? So it came down, and then I told you guys, okay, time to pull back up now. We pulled back up, and then there was a difference between, me talking about getting out at these levels, getting out at these levels, and then suddenly, when I saw this one, maybe some were expecting me to say, oh, she's gonna say, get out again. No, no, there was no reason for me to tell you guys get out at this level when there was literally nothing telling us that we should get out. Nothing, nothing at all. No, look at this. From this point to this point, we had, bearish divergence, which played out. But from this point to this point, there was no bearish divergence, number one. Okay, no bearish divergence. Number two, most importantly, this bullish engulfing candle. Just because, resistance was respected one time, two time, three time, it doesn't mean you should, get out just because, price comes here. No, hold on, hold on. See what the price is telling you. Look at the chart closely. Why would you get out when you see a bullish engulfing candle? So when I saw this, I was like, okay, well, I'm sticking to this. I'm not getting out now. Like, there's no reason for me to get out now. You see? And then what happened? We just continued up. We just continued up. Literally continued up, okay? And then this one came along. This is so perfect. This I love. We had a pole. We had a bull flag. Right? Interesting, MGT, right? This is what I like. Maybe I don't like explain it in the most interesting way, but it doesn't matter how I explain it. The TA is gonna be interesting for you when you start, understanding what I say, okay? And on top of that, another interesting thing, okay? We went up, we went up, we started seeing there was hidden bearish divergence going on. Now, this had nothing to do with Eastern, indicators, just the Western indicators. We started seeing that there was hidden bearish divergence going on. While price action was going up, oscillators were going down. Volume was kind of declining, okay? You put all that together, it's telling you be cautious, be very cautious. Maybe it's a good time to get out. On top of that, we came to resistance levels, profit taking levels, whichever you like to call it, okay? This gray, well, at that time in June, I didn't, use blue yet, so it used to be gray. So this gray level right here, okay? And I think if I'm not mistaken, I know Mo, you used the fib and so on. Maybe the fib was also telling you that we are probably in the golden pocket. I'm not sure, okay? I'm not sure because I didn't use the fib in this one, but it might have been telling you, because I'm telling you, the Western indicators were telling you to be cautious and get out, okay? So we went out. We went out, we came, we held at support. You wonder what support? Like how do you know where's the support? Oh, easily explained. Look left. Let's just do this so I can just draw it for you guys. There is support. MGT. Is it bad to try to buy up and then quickly sell down? I don't know if because of my inexperience, but I was getting wrecked doing that. Is it bad to try buy up and then quickly sell down? Do you mean that you buy while price action is going up? Or is that what you mean, MGT? Thank you, Mo. Thank you. Yeah, like that's why we're busy, doing shows and streaming and stuff, to give education. Because if I was bad, I'd probably, be busy studying and stuff. I wouldn't come here to embarrass myself. There's no point. I can embarrass myself in other ways if I want to. So, so thank you, Mo. I appreciate it. Much love. MGT, is it what you are trying to say that you buy when the price action is already on the move? Is that what you're trying to say? Because I want to understand, before I give you an answer. In the meanwhile, I will continue, but let me know, okay? So, if you wonder why we had support, as I explained, uh, let me continue. It's because we had support here. Like, just look left. Do not complicate it sometimes. Sometimes it's complicated. Sometimes it's not that complicated, okay? It's right in front of your eyes. You just have to look. So we had support, okay? MGT. Well, I was saying like this, that you put in a sell and you make money, and then you quickly do it by, and you then I think you mean, and then you quickly buy if it's going up, but sometimes it doesn't work out. I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah, I understand what you mean. That's do not worry. Like, don't be mad at yourself for doing that, and I will get to that in a minute. Okay, let me just get through this so I don't let the others keep them waiting. Let me just go through this and I'll answer that question. But I understand what you mean. I understand what you mean. Okay, so we had support here. So there's really no need, to close anything or get out when you see that support is holding. Time to get out was when you saw that we hit resistance levels or profit taking levels, and on top of that, when you see that there is clear bearish divergence. I mean clear bearish divergence, okay? So when we came and held this level as support, it was time to see that, well, next area of resistance was around these levels. And you might wonder why. Again, look left. Resistance, 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 resistance. You see, resistance. It keeps on going like that. Resistance after resistance. So you kind of, maybe it's because of my experience, it's like easier for me to see after all these years. But I know it can be complicating to find what I'm talking about, but that's why I'm gonna make courses, so you guys are more than welcome to be members, and take advantage of. But I'm explaining it to you now, you know, and luckily we are a small, this is a small community right now, so the ones that have quality are gonna find quality, because you guys are giving quality to the show too. So why resistance? Because this area acted as resistance earlier, okay? So resistance again. So what did I do? I drew this channel. Well, I had trend lines first, but then instead of trend lines making it messy, I had this channel drawn, okay? So what we saw that was this and this and this and this were being respected. Like we didn't come all the way to the channel. It's okay, it's fine. Because we came, we held support, and if you wonder why support here, well, look left. I could stretch it out a little bit, but there was support around these levels. If you look here, like it was old resistance point, okay? So now it becomes new support, right? So at the same time, I realized this. This was the interesting part. Very interesting part. Pole, you see, flagpole, okay, right here, and a bull flag, chat. A bull flag. So, meaning probabilities are higher, we are gonna see a breakout to the upside. Like it's not telling you 100%, but probabilities are higher that we are gonna see a breakout to the upside. Okay? And what happened? We came up when I realized that this parallel channel is being respected, very, very respected, is when after we came to this resistance level, we came down. Do you see how this hammer like formed where we had support at support number one, at support number two, at this heart line? You see this heart line and support, and I was like, okay, well, this is like a done deal. Like you can never be sure in the markets, but I was like, okay, this is a done deal. Like, okay, it's just a matter of time, and we're gonna see Matic go higher again. Simple. Okay. And yeah, maybe you guys, other people will not you guys, because Mo and Wannabe and Freedom, you guys have been watching me a while, but new people would probably go like, oh well, now she's talking after it happened and so on. But MGT, you saw what we did with the 1 minute chart yesterday. You saw what we did. Like that was not magic. So this is pure TA. Like I'm not talking, from my um, you know, just from space, just rambling, stuff. This is actual TA. So even if it didn't happen, I was already ready. And yeah, those who are gonna be hating, let them hate. Like I can't say much. It's at the end their loss, so we'll let them be. So right now, guys, I said this earlier, and I'm gonna say it again. There is hidden bullish divergence on the daily Matic. Right now, on top of that, old support, well, old resistance, okay, resistance, 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 came, we touched it bounced off it. That's only another good sign, positive signal, okay? Thing is, we have to break above this level. We have to break above this level so we can go a bit higher. And looking at the weekly, let's see now. Hmm. Hmm. There is no, keep in mind, guys, like when it comes to short term, like from this point to this point, we don't have any um hidden bearish divergence. There is no, okay? RSI is following the price action and so on. But in general, we do have hidden bearish divergence when we look at this level right here to this level right here. So unless we close above 1.7-ish dollars to be a bit more conservative, we might uh, we might meet some resistance around these levels, okay? Um, which one? Fibonacci line. No, here there is no Fibonacci line at all. NGT. Like, I respect the Fibonacci, I respect it, but I use it like, I don't use it that often. I use it sometimes now and then, just to do maybe triple check, something like that. But I respect the Fibonacci. Like, we cannot hate on the Fibonacci. Like, it is something that people should know about as well, okay? It's something you should invest in. Probably gonna make short videos about Fibonacci and so, but I have my own ways, my own settings when it comes to Fibonacci as well. These are gonna be, especially for the members, because I know most people use the usual Fibonacci, and there's nothing wrong with that. It works also fine, but I have some more advanced, settings to it. So, but no, there is no Fibonacci that I use on Matic. And like you saw yesterday in the 1 minute chart when we were doing things live, when we were doing paper trades live, um, I didn't use a Fibonacci at once, like once even, because like I said, after many years doing this, daily, almost 24/7, um, you find your way. And even though many different types of TA like ways, you you go with the style that suits you the best. Like I'm gonna have my a different style. Mo's gonna have a different style. You're gonna have a different style. Like everybody develops their own style the more experience they have. So some people might come to this stream and go like, no, we don't like this style. Like we're gonna go watch let's say Eric Crown instead, okay? And I don't mind that. It doesn't mean that I am bad. It doesn't mean, Eric Crown is better and so on. It just means that Eric Crown has his own style, and we cannot hate on Eric Crown. Like I'm not promoting people and so on, but I have mad respect for him. Like he is nevertheless a certified, um, analyst. He's certified. Like if you look up his name, you will find that he is certified. Okay, so I have mad respect for him. But yeah, like I don't do it the same way Eric does. I just don't because he has his style. I have my own style, so I don't use Fibonacci a lot. And for your other question, when you're saying that if it's uh, if it's something bad or good when you buy when the market is going up and when you sell when it's going down, or you quickly sell down. This is the thing, NGT. Let me just have a sip of my water. Uno momento, just a minute. Okay, this is the thing. If you buy when price action is going up, and then if you sell when price action has started to go down quickly, you're most of the time you're probably gonna get wrecked. There's a difference when buying at support and selling at resistance than buying when the price action is on the run up, okay? And then selling when price action is tanking. Did I make that clear? Like, do you understand what I mean? Let's have a look at Bitcoin while we're having this important discussion, because that's one way to get wrecked. Like, imagine, let's say this 4 hourly chart, okay? You didn't buy here because you're unsure, you didn't buy here because you're unsure, but then you start buying, here. You start buying here, okay? And then it goes up a little bit more, but then it starts coming down, and then you're still not sure if it's gonna continue going down. You're still not sure, but then you see something like this, and then you start selling. That's gonna be a bit like hard. Well, some people, do that because they'd rather see it, have some strength first before just buying at support. And I understand. But if you ask me which is better, if you ask for my opinion, I'd rather buy around support than buying when the price is running up. Exactly, Freedom Sun. There you go, NGT. Look at that comment. Look at that comment he gave you. FOMO trap. That's what the market does with you, it gives you that FOMO, and what happens? You get trapped. Literally FOMO trap. Like I couldn't have said it any better right now. FOMO trap. I explained it the best way possible, and then Freedom Sound just gave you 2 words to put a word into that, okay? To put a description into what I said. FOMO trap. Do not FUD. Don't do this fear, uncertainty, doubt thing. Do not let it get to you. Do not let the fear of missing out get to you. If you like, look, there are three factors when it comes to TA. There are three important things: the psychology, okay, of trading, number one; risk management, number two; and then actual analysis, okay. And when I say analysis, I'm including also fundamentals, because you gotta know what's going on with the fundamentals. Like, I do not put FA after TA. Like, TA always comes first between the two, but I try to keep an eye also on what's going on around, some things. Not always in everything. Like, I do not, see an S coin and try to search what it is like immediately and try to find out. Sometimes it's just about, TA, but sometimes it's also good to keep an eye on the FA, okay? These things, because people do not think that learning about trading psychology is important, but it's one of the most important things. One of the most important things. What did they say? You know what they say? When you get into trading, chat, when you get into trading, you get to find out the bad, the good, and the ugly in you. And this is very, very true, because it brings out the worst in you, it brings out the best in you, it brings out like the ugliest sides to you, and it all comes in stages. Like, in the beginning, you might be like, you'll see. I'm not even gonna talk about it, but everybody's different, but you'll see about that. It brings the bad, the ugly, and the good out. You get to know different sides of yourself. Exactly. You see the greed in you, literally. Literally, you see the greed in you. MGT. You see, so perfect. So from your question, what I want you to take with you is, do not let rather find support, okay, when you're doing your paper trades, and practice on this. Rather enter at support, okay, with a like nice stop loss, but a flexible one, okay, not just right at support, a flexible stop loss, instead of getting in when it's already started running, okay. And trust me when I say it like this much I can guarantee you, when you start joining the Patreon, when you start taking the education that I got ready, like that I'm gonna have ready for you guys, which you can take advantage of, I can tell you this much, like, you will not be doing those things you're doing right now. You won't, like, unless you're not taking in what I'm gonna be teaching, you won't be doing that. You will not be doing that. I have friends that were literally horrible, just horrible, okay, when it comes to trading, just bad, real bad, okay. And I just showed them two basic things, okay. How to work trend lines, and not even advanced trend lines, just basic trend lines. And number two, how to manage risks, like how to use stop losses, okay. And a few months later, like, he was like, why didn't you tell me this before? I was like, I did tell you this like 100 million times, but you didn't want to listen, or I don't know what was, like, you were too hard-headed. It never got to him. The only time it actually got to him was when he was completely wrecked. He was completely wrecked, but at the same time, he knew what kind of freedom, this type of, this space would bring him, so he didn't want to give up on the space. So it just, gave him more fire to learn more, and he stopped being stubborn. He stopped being stubborn, so he started actually listening, which was good for him. And then he started, calling to ask for more advice and so on. And I was more than happy. It's after all a very close friend, so I just wanted to see him win. So I was like, sure, like no problem. Um, and there are some friends uh, that think it's hard. Like I tell them one thing and they go like, no, no, this is too much headache. Like we can't take it. Okay, but if if you can't even take the headache, like I can't help you. I literally can't help you if you don't even want to invest because what am I gonna do? So MGT, I hope that helped. I hope that helped your question. Remember, better buy at support than when the price is running, okay? And better to get out at resistance or short or whatever. And now we're talking in theory, okay? Paper trades, better to get out in at resistance than get out when it already went down quickly. And do not do what Caroline something something, I don't know her name, whatever she said she does, like she doesn't use stop losses. I don't know for what reason, but don't do that. Do the complete opposite of what she does, and I think you'll do better than her. Like I'm just saying, okay? Half joking, but half serious. Perfect, MGT, perfect. Okay, guys, chat, lovely people. I think for today this is enough. I feel like we covered a lot, and it's always awesome, to have, you quality people, in the stream, with your questions, with your suggestions, with your, inputs and so on. It just, gives more quality to everything. Thank you for tuning in. Like, I loved this one. Like, I appreciate each and one of you. Like, thank you for the likes, thank you for the subscribes, thank you for the views and everything, and all the contributions in between, okay? And take care of for me. Um, be safe out there and have your stop losses, okay? Have your stop losses. And keep on sharing with people you know want to learn, like seriously want to learn. And subscribe and hit the bell, for engagement's sake, to keep to push the channel, okay? Um, love you all. Much love to you guys, and thank you everybody. Like, love you all a lot. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Good night.